Coming up on Buckeye TV, campus area bus service has experienced significant delays this fall semester.
The Outdoor Adventure Center has reopened, but with limited hours and accessible gear.
Find out more coming up.
A Columbus-founded organization connects community members and clinical physicians outside of clinical settings.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. I am Annie Giovannucci.
I am Kaylee Richard.
And I'm Evan Hartman.
Evan, what are we expecting in sports?
In sports, we'll be talking about RPAC injuries and Columbus's new women's professional volleyball team and its impacts on Ohio State women's volleyball. Annie, how's it today looking for weather?
Doomy and gloomy, so you'll have to stay tuned for what's ahead.
Another road closure is coming to Ohio State's campus. They are rebuilding the roadway that goes between John Herrick Drive and Woody Hayes Drive. They are elevating the road and giving it a 500-year flood protection. You can read more about the West Campus construction at the building of future.osu.edu.
Ohio State offers a bus service to all students, staff, and faculty like many other campuses. But the students here at Ohio State seem to be getting a little annoyed and frustrated with the buses as they're showing up late for their stops and sometimes even skipping stops. Evan Hartman has the story.
Ohio State students have become quite frustrated with the campus buses lately, as they have been sometimes showing up late to the stops and sometimes even skipping the stops. Today we go around campus asking students how they feel and if they've experienced anything like this. Approximately how many times a week do you take the campus buses?
I would say about 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay. Have you seen any or experienced any delays or mishap with the buses, and if so, can you tell me about those?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had to wait 10 to 15 minutes for a bus to show up to my stop before.
Yeah, and obviously it's very frustrating getting to class and everything. Can you tell me anything that you would say to the university if you had the chance to about these buses situations?
Yes, please fix it.
How often would you say you take the buses on campus a week?
About 5 times a week.
Okay, and taking it, have you experienced any delays or any mishaps, and if so, can you tell me about those?
Yeah, I think after class, my class gets out late and buses are supposed to be done at like 10, but I'll get out at like 9 and buses aren't running anymore, so I have to walk back to my house.
Okay, and if you had the chance to say to the university about anything about these buses mishaps, what would you say?
I'd probably encourage them to listen to the students, to fix the bus system, try to hire more people so that they don't stop running so early.
Ohio State students are visibly upset and hoping that these issues can be fixed as the school year goes on. These delays are really affecting students, making them late to class, work, and many other things. Reporting for Buckeye TV, I'm Evan Hartman.
A new academic year has brought more crime to Ohio State. Here's Lauren Stannard finding out exactly what the university is planning to do at this time and what students have to say.
Crime on campus has not been a foreign topic. On September 6, 2023, a university student was walking by this residence hall when a car approached him. He then was robbed at gunpoint and forced to give over his belongings. This, sadly, has not been the only act of crime here on campus.
On September 9th, Emily Foster, who is a prominent university writer, was murdered in her own home on Iuka Avenue, which is right outside campus grounds. As a response, the Ohio State University interim president, Peter Mueller, has added to the campus safety budget, which has already reached over $35 million. According to the email that the Ohio State News Alert sent out, the changes include the following: hiring 5 additional OSU police officers to create a total force of 75 officers, the purchase of additional mobile surveillance cameras, the continued support of the license plate reader program and video storage, the renewal of Buckeye Block Watch, offering foot patrols in targeted university district areas, and lastly, the addition of 2 campus area bus stops on the east side of High Street by South Campus Gateway. Now let's go to students to see what they have to say about the new safety plan.
It is nice seeing it, but I don't know if that's going to be enough because there was a lot of sirens that first week.
Yeah, it definitely would make me feel safer, but I have not personally seen anything happen, but I've heard about it, so it's definitely concerning. But yeah, I guess it would make me safer.
Ohio State will be introducing a new president for the spring semester of 2024, and hopefully his agenda is to keep crime on campus as minimal as possible. I'm Lauren Stannard reporting live for Buckeye TV.
With Ohio State's fall semester in full swing, so are car break-ins in the Columbus area. Here's Emma Broadbar with what Columbus is doing to combat the issue, how students feel about it.
Within the past month, car break-in rates haven't been a quiet topic. Since August 8th, 80 cars have had their windows smashed. In a recent study, Ohio has one of the country's highest car thefts and window break-in rates.
As Ohio State welcomes a new president in January, it's a big question as to what he'll do regarding auto safety and whether it's on his agenda coming into his term. The question, though, is whether students feel Ohio State should be doing something in the moment to protect their cars.
Personally, I feel like our car safety can be greatly improved and a lot of these issues can be prevented, such as maybe handing out the lock things that they gave out for free last year. For some reason, they're not giving them out for free now, so I feel like maybe that's a good way to prevent them.
Less than 3 weeks into 2023, over 400 vehicles had been reported stolen in the Columbus metropolitan area, with the rates doubling since last year.
I also hope our new president is a lot more proactive about this issue because she has a long time to fix it.
As auto crimes continue to increase, it'll be an incoming question of our Ohio State students as to whether the new president incoming in January will do something about car safety. From Buckeye TV Live, it's Emma Broadbar.
Coming up on sports on Buckeye TV, we take a look at NFL streaming trouble for Ohio State students and how the new pro women's volleyball team in Columbus impacts Ohio State. Stay with us here on Buckeye TV. For Ohio State students looking to return to the Outdoor Adventure Center on West Campus, they may be surprised to find the gym is not what it once was. Brett Price has a story on what the Columbus Climbers can do for alternatives.
With Ohio State students back on campus this semester, one thing that still looks a little bit different is the Outdoor Adventure Center on West Campus. Home to Ohio State's only climbing gym, it currently operates under a limited capacity from 4 to 8 p.m. on weekdays, only offering bouldering and auto belays.
So the barrier to entry is really high at other places, but the OAC, because you're an Ohio State student and you're paying that, just general rec fee, it's all the costs are included. So you're not paying for the rentals or anything like that. And so you're really able to just try it out, find out if you like it. But what is more, I think, disappointing is now that school has started, we're in our 5th week, and the OAC is barely open. I don't believe any routes have been reset since last year. And so the top rope is pretty bland, all stuff that I've probably already done. At least they are updating the bouldering wall, but they only are open about 4 hours a day, and it's only these very limited opportunities. So right now, climbing at Ohio State is pretty minimal. Luckily, Columbus is surprisingly very well set up for climbers or outdoorsy people. You have Block Garden, which is over in the Audubon, which is also right here in this beautiful park. It also is near the largest outdoor artificial climbing wall in the world, or at least the United States. I'd like to see the OAC return to its full capacity, but also keep making the improvements that they are working on, leading more trips, having more clinics available, because that's what college is about, is giving people education and opportunities.
University spokesman Dave Isaac said that while the program and facilities are not completely gone, Ohio State's working hard on finding adequately trained staff. That way the OAC can resume its normal operations for the rest of the year. For Buckeye TV, I'm Brett Price.
It is now the middle of the semester, and students are trying to find their perfect routine. For many, that includes a regular workout on campus. But what if you've never worked out before? Here's Annie Giovannucci reporting on how you can walk into a gym confident and reduce your risk of injury.
Students are eager for fitness, making on-campus gyms like the RPAC busy. Routines can be shambled if students don't educate themselves on how they can keep themselves safe from injury and be on their way to their next class.
I would say 2 of the most common ways that people get injured are 1, not eating a meal before they come to the gym and work out, and 2, having an improper warm-up before doing their workout session. It's as simple as just having some carbs before a workout, whether it might be a protein bar or a full meal. Just have something to eat before you work out, and then 2, have a nice dynamic warm-up before you start your workout session, and that can help lower the effects of getting hurt. The gym is it can definitely be a scary place. Don't be afraid though to put yourself out there and try new things, new equipment, new machines. Just if you're ever nervous about trying something new, ask someone else in the gym. And I will tell you that the biggest guys in the gym are typically the nicest guys too. So if you need a spot, ask one of those guys because they will be glad to help.
For more information on how students can get connected to on-campus fitness, students can visit recsports.osu.edu. I'm reporting for Buckeye TV, Annie Giovannucci.
After a summer of competition, the Buckeyes have their starting quarterback. For the 2023 season, Kobe Mayer has the story.
After C.J. Stroud declared for the NFL draft back in the spring, one question stood out. Who was next in line to be QB1 for the Buckeyes this season? Well, after a long summer of competition and battle, we finally have our answer 2 games into the season. Kyle McCord is Ohio State's QB1, and he showed why in Ohio State's 63-10 win over Western Kentucky, completing 19 of 23 passes for 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. Later that week, Ryan Day said it was no coincidence that McCord played that well after being named QB1.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think you've seen a little bit of a different approach. He had his best week of practice last week. Whether that was a coincidence or not, I'm not sure. But we'll see going into this week. But I do. I thought he graded out really well, on Saturday, and hopefully he can play his best football here this week. But I think that there was a little pep in his step for sure.
After the win against Western Kentucky, McCord said, "I think it's definitely nice getting the official nod from Coach Day, but at the same time, the more experience I can get, the more opportunities I can have. The more reps, the better. I had that mindset going into practice this week. Attack this game every single day. I feel that we had a really good week of practice on offense, and I think that showed today." The 6th-ranked Buckeyes will travel to South Bend to take on the 9th-ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Saturday night in McCord's first true test to see if he has what it takes to be QB1 at Ohio State. For Buckeye TV, I'm Kobe Mayer.
Kyle McCord, in fact, did have his signature moment on Saturday, leading Ohio State 65 yards down the field to set up a chip train game-winning touchdown from the 1-yard line with 1 second left. McCord completed 21 of his 37 pass attempts for 240 yards to help the Buckeyes capture a signature win in a hostile environment. The Buckeyes have the week off, but will face Maryland for a noon kickoff on Fox for homecoming. Week 3 of the NFL season concluded Monday. Now Week 4 begins tomorrow. But to watch more than the national televised games, you must have streaming subscriptions. Luke Capoto has the latest.
The NFL season is well underway, and I asked students around Ohio State's campus what the process is for watching games and how they do it.
Well, it's usually not my TV. I want to say they do stream a lot of it on Stream East is the website they use a lot.
Yeah.
So find Stream East, and you can watch the game from there. Also, a lot of people have Red Zone, so they'll use Red Zone and we can watch the games on Red Zone.
All right, cool.
I think it's like a free website, and well, I don't personally use it, but I know my friends use Stream East because it's free. You can just watch the games like that, and I think I want to say there's no ads, no commercials, but don't call me.
How do you watch the NFL just on any given week?
Like what? Service?
Yeah, like a service.
NFL Sunday Ticket.
Okay. Can you expand on that? Like how you use it?
Yeah, it's through YouTube, and use a student package, so we bought it.
So you watch the games at home for them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we watch it at our house.
So, is that on TV? What streaming service do you use?
It's it's YouTube. It's through YouTube.
So, TV, okay.
Yeah.
And why do you use it?
That's just what Sunday Ticket goes through. They work. They're partnered with YouTube, so.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, how much does it cost per week?
It was a total package that you just buy one time, so it's not like a weekly thing. You just buy it for an entire season, and so I guess per week it's the student package is $5 a week. It's super cheap. Then you can use it on any device. It's it's YouTube. It's through YouTube. So,
TV, okay.
Yeah.
And why do you use it?
That's just what Sunday Ticket goes through. They work. They're partnered with YouTube, so.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, how much does it cost per week?
It was a total package that you just buy one time, so it's not like a weekly thing. You just buy it for an entire season, and so I guess per week it's the student package is $5 a week. It's super cheap. Then you can use it on any device.
Okay.
Coming this spring, a new pro women's volleyball team enters the scene in Columbus, which can create a new bond with Ohio State women's volleyball. Here's Zachary Rodier with the story.
volleyball season is back here at the Covelli Center at Ohio State as the Ohio State women's volleyball team season is underway. And coming this spring, a new pro team in the Columbus Fury will be here in Columbus at Nationwide Arena. How the two teams will connect and how the attendance will turn out is an excitement for both players and coaches.
It's a really exciting time for volleyball. You know, I think any time that anybody gets to see a higher level of play, it's good for the whole sport. The city of Columbus and the surrounding areas are really going to just embrace the Fury. Their league is set up that it's in the spring, and so there's not going to be any conflicts. You know, and our fans are volleyball fans, and they're going to go support the Fury, and the next fall they're going to be back here in Covelli supporting us.
In addition to excitement for fans, for players, the opportunity to learn from pros and have the chance to play in Columbus professionally after college is exciting.
We can learn a lot from each other, and so I'm excited to just grow and learn from them because a lot of the players who are in the Fury team I grew up watching, so I'm excited to keep on learning from them.
Being a college player and to have that, you know, kind of deep breath of, oh, I don't have to move across the country to keep playing.
With the Pro Volleyball Federation being headquartered in Columbus and the Scarlet and Gray in the Fury's logo, the Columbus connection is exciting to Raider.
I know I'm going to make a lot of the games too, just because watching volleyball is just going to grow the sport even more.
The Ohio State women's volleyball team season continues here this fall, and for the pro team in the Columbus Fury, their season will start in Columbus February 2024 at Nationwide Arena. For Buckeye TV, I'm Zachary Rodier.
That's all for sports. Back to Annie.
After the break on Buckeye TV, your full forecast. A new semester means new challenges, the transition to fall, and all the exciting activities that come along with it. Stay with us.
5 weeks have passed in the new semester. What are student challenges they met in the new semester? Wendy Wang has the story.
5 weeks past the new semester. What are the challenges students met so far in Ohio State? This is Wendy Wang finding out what the students say.
Past 5 weeks, stressful. It's hard to adjust, but it's going pretty well, honestly. Finally getting in the swing of things. Just figuring out a schedule for myself on like when I should study, when I should sleep, when I get to see my friends. Keeping it all intact. Honestly, I have a planner and I just write things out and have little goals for myself, and I just try to make sure I stay to that every day.
They've been increasingly more rough, I would say. Like each week that goes by, I would say like my workload's getting more intense. I would say probably trying to balance like school. I also work part-time job and then going to the gym and stuff, like my whole routine as a student. I would say for me, I try to just remind myself just to like get through each day, and like I have my overall goal of going to grad school, so I try to like motivate myself by that.
Wrapping up the last 5 weeks of new semester and ready for the future weeks. Wish everyone good luck in the new semester. Reporting live for Buckeye TV, this is Wendy Wang.
Student meteorologist here, Annie Giovannucci, with your Buckeye forecast. Looking at those current conditions right now from the Ohio State Weather Stem, it's very cloudy. It might have been difficult to wake up this morning for those early morning classes. Right now we're sitting at 65 with the dew point at 58. Those are very close together, meaning it's pretty humid out there. It feels like 65, winds coming out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour. Looking at that radar, not really much to worry about in our area for now. But as we can see more in the Dayton area off to the west, we do have lots of precipitation developing. Looking at those weather headlines, we see that this afternoon, gloomy with a chance of showers, chance of scattered showers on Thursday, which is tomorrow, and then back to the sunshine and warm weather for the weekend. Looking by the hour-by-hour forecast, we see that at 4 p.m. we are at 74 degrees, 5 p.m. 75, 6 p.m. 72, and then as we get into 9 p.m. we see that the temperature is at 66 with those showers and thunderstorms developing. Not really much to worry about in the early hours today or even the early afternoon. We're at that 0% chance of rain, but as we get into the late afternoon hours, evening hours, we're going to see those chances increase. 30% at 4 p.m., 6 p.m. is at 60%, and then 8 p.m., 80%. As for severity threat, not really much to worry about either. That marginal risk lies to the west of us, more in Indiana and Illinois, but we can't rule out maybe a rolled thunder, lightning strike, or some gusty winds. Looking to that extended day forecast, we see that today, Wednesday, high is 75, 80% chance of showers and storms, and then Thursday, high is 71, scattered showers, and then as we get into the weekend, we see that the weather is looking much better. We're in the 80s and sunny. Fall is just the beginning, and it comes with a range of activities. Students at Ohio State have football games to tune into, but what else are they doing? Kaylee Richard has the story.
Whether it be going to a pumpkin patch, picking apples, or going to a haunted house, there's no shortage of things to do in Columbus. Today we're here asking students what activities they plan to take part in. So what is your favorite fall treat?
I think pumpkin spice lattes, or just like chais with like the pumpkin spice like flavor shot added into it.
Here's a hot take. I hate pumpkins. Like I just like hate pumpkins. Like I love fall, but I just hate fall food. Like
Students living in Columbus don't miss out on the fall activities they used to do back home.
Last year I actually went apple picking, like I think like October, November. I'm not sure where it is, but like it was so much fun. I loved it. And like we baked like apple pie and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm planning to do something with like one of the organizations that I'm with.
The clubs that I'm in like will go to pumpkin patches or apple picking in the fall time.
With the arrival of fall, students are also thinking about haunted houses and fall festivals.
Right, the one in like Cincinnati, I think. That was a lot of fun. I think I may go this year as well, but there's like one in Pennsylvania instead. It's like a car like drive-through one, so that seems fun.
Kings Island, like Fear Fest, and like I always take my friends down from college and we go like every year.
Fall is always busy for students at Ohio State, and as we heard, there's many activities to choose from on and off campus. I'm Keely Richard, reporting for Buckeye TV.
The Ohio Department of Natural Resources is bringing weekly updates on where people can find the best places to view the changing colors of the leaves. ODNR said Columbus is projected to hit peak season in mid-October. A fall sustainability fair at Ohio State and in Walkin' with the Doc, clinical physicians gather with community members outside of clinical settings. We'll be right back. On October 1st, the undergraduate student government is inviting the Ohio State community to join them in celebrating the start of fall with a farmers market on the Oval. Starting at noon and ending at 4 p.m., there will be environmental organizations, small businesses, and food. A Columbus-based organization is walking to promote health and foster relationships between physicians and communities. Madison Kinner has the story.
For many people, they only see their doctors in clinical settings. However, one organization is working to change that. Walk with a Doc, founded in Columbus in 2005, allows doctors to reach patients outside of clinical settings. Local chapters host walks through community parks where physicians give talks on different health topics and lead the walks.
I was realizing that I was ineffective at motivating my patients to walk, despite my best efforts and their best intentions. So one day I just wanted the patient to have to say no to my face and invited them to come to the park and join my family and that's how it all started. And our team kind of have this approach that we're very content, we're very happy, but at the same time we see what it can be. So our frame of mind is more of how do we get to where we envision this. The best part for me is the social connection, the friendships and the discussions that we have. I think you got me finally. She even included Walk with a Doc on it, which warms my heart. So. I hope that every community has the opportunity to do it.
Brian Romy, program manager for the organization, said joining a walk may seem intimidating at first, but the experience is worth it. Some people are nervous that it's going to be too long of a walk, too fast of a walk, but it's very flexible, Romy said. Any age, any ability is welcome. You can walk as short or as long as you want, whatever pace, whatever distance. Since its founding, Walk with the Doc has grown, but its mission remains the same: make health and happiness accessible for all. For Buckeye TV, I'm Madison Kinner.
Thank you for joining us.
Stay tuned for new game shows, talk shows, right back here on Buckeye TV.
Happy fall and go Bucks.